What is up, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in, and it is great to be back on the stream. It is great to see you guys, each and every one. I am thrilled and beyond to be back here, so thank you for taking the time to either catch me live or on the replay. Have I told you how much I'm grateful for you guys to tune in? Like I said, it's great to be back. I've been busy with a lot of things the last couple of months. I've been enjoying a new job. I've really been liking it for the last, it's almost 4 months, and I have a really awesome girlfriend that I'm so proud to be with. So that's a little bit of a life update I have for you guys. So yeah, if you guys want to know, like, hey, where have you been? Well, I've been busy with stuff. Life's been kind of busy. Like I said, got a new job. I like it. I like working where I'm at, and I also got a wonderful woman who I love spending weekends with. And if she's watching, hi. If you're watching, big shout out to my girlfriend. Anyway, be back on the stream. Big stuff coming up. I am going to be doing the first ever Amiibo March Madness tournament. So I'm excited for this. Of course, we all know March Madness is coming up. It'll start in about a month from now, but I like the Amiibos. I like doing the tournament stuff, and you know what? Action's going to start good next week because that's when the action starts. So I will be going through and previewing all the matchups and who I think is going to win, who I think is going to be a good, strong favorite. And then, of course, you guys can always check out the link. Of course, I posted that in the chat for you guys to access it anytime you want. So, of course, action starts on Monday night. And I'll get to that schedule, the tournament schedule, coming up in a little bit. If you want to catch up on all of the stuff that's been going on, you are more than welcome to hit me up on any of these platforms. So feel free to hit me up on Twitter at willyork_23, or it's just X now. Twitch, Tuxedo28. You guys can also hit me up on YouTube, Will York. You guys can also feel free to join my Discord. On Facebook, War State Gamers. You guys can also add me on Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, and also on Steam. I've also invested in a Steam Deck the last couple of months too, so that's super cool and exciting as well. So anyway, big thank you to everyone who has supported me through a long time. It's great to be back. It's awesome to be back, and I cannot wait to go through this Amiibo tournament starting next week with you guys. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. So, without much further ado, I am going to go ahead and, for those who have been longtime viewers of the channel, to give you guys a look at the previous Final Four, which you guys can see here if you tuned in, which was about, I think it was almost 2 years ago. It's been a long time coming since there's been an Amiibo tournament. So, I believe it was last year, because we had Kazuya, who won the tournament for the first time ever, so he's going to be a really strong favorite. And then we got Min, who finished in as the runner-up hero, and then a surprise was Korin. Now, for a long time, Korin had been one of the weaker Amiibos, but he made a really good run in the last tournament. So if you guys want to catch all the action from the previous Amiibo tournament, you'll need to go over to my YouTube channel and catch all the replays from that tournament. So, and also a new rule for Amiibo tournaments now. Now that we got all the fighters here, this is going to be different. The top 4 Amiibos who finish, in the top 4 in the previous tournament will get the 1 through 4 seed. So, and what's going to be happening now is all of these Amiibos are going to be seeded in the tournament. So, I'm just going to quickly show you guys all of the, just to make sure. Oops. Sorry, guys. There we go. See if you guys can see that okay. There we go. I think... There we go. I meant to hit the... Sorry, guys. Okay, I meant to hit this button. There we go. Alright, I apologize, you guys. Alright, so, taking a look at the matchups here. So, we got all 88 Smash Bros. Amiibos are in the tournament. So we got 88. So this is too big to put on one stream. I have spread this out throughout the month of March on Mondays and Tuesdays, and also next week. So, what's going to happen is this is in a traditional seeding format of 1 through 64. So, we take in the top 4, they become the top seeds in each of the regions, and then the Elite 8 runner-ups get the 2 seeds. Then the Sweet 16 gets split up between 3 and 4s, or between the lowest of those. So, anyway, I will go through and preview each of the matchups. So, we got here in our, I'm going to call this our North region. We'll call this the North region. So we got Kazuya, who is currently the champion of the Amiibos. He will take on either the winner of Kirby and Agnes. And of course, all the qualifier rounds, if you guys see, look, where it says there's 2 opponents, that means that's a qualifier match. So, Kazuya will take on the winner of Kirby and Ness in the first week in March. Kirby and Ness will be the first matchup on Monday night. So, and then we'll have Dr. Mario and Marth. The winner of that one will face Shulk in the first round. Then we got Me Gunner will take on the winner of Incineroar and Ryu. And then there's only like 8 of these whole matchups that are actually a lock. So if you want to see your favorite characters, you're going to have to wait until less than 2 weeks. Then you got Sonic and Mega Man. Sephiroth will take on the winner of the Villager and Sheik. In the Pit and Me Brawler, the winner will take on the Wii Fit Trainer. Then Ganondorf will take on the winner of Palutena and Lucas. And then Ice Climbers and Bowser Jr. So Bowser Jr. here is the 2 seed in this region. And of course, Kazuya is the 1 seed. The 3 seed in this region would have to be Sephiroth. And then, see, who's the 4 seed? Who's the next strongest up? I think it's the Me Gunner is the 4th. Nope, sorry, Mega Man. Mega Man 16 is higher than 17. But again, that was a selection process. Mega Man was selected for the Me Gunner, even though both those two finished in the same round. But Mega Man got the better draw. So that's what I kind of wanted to do, is trying to get more of a better draw. You know, I select their amiibo, I select the pictures, and then I just do this random spinner. I spin that, and then whoever it lands on, they get that spot. And then everyone else has to, you know, it's like a lottery. It's, you know, it's a wheel of chance, you know. It's just one of those spinner wheels. So Mega Man gets the luck of the draw and gets the 4 seed, while Me Gunner gets the 5 seed. I honestly think that Kazuya is going to run away with this North Division. He's a really strong amiibo. He has shown no mercy. But let's see. I think Bowser Jr. got lucky. He actually lost to Kazuya in the Elite 8. So if these two make it all the way back into the Elite 8, that'd be really interesting. But I will not count the Me Gunner out. The Me Gunner, to me, has proved time and time again how resilient this amiibo is. Very, very resilient. That is a dark horse. He just had he did not have a good finish in the previous tournament. I think he lost to Pikachu in the Sweet 16, which is why he dropped and got a lower seeding. But I would say Me Gunner is a dark horse in this one. But hold on. Sephiroth, I think, is a good number 2. So, Kazuya, Sephiroth, Bowser Jr., and the Me Gunner are the 4 best amiibos in this quadrant. But never be surprised if there's an upset. And of course, you can always tune in right here to catch all the action starting on Monday. Now we go over to the second half, which I'm calling my south half of the bracket. So, the 1 seed in this one is Corin, who was finished 4th overall. He gets the 1 seed in this bracket, and then Rob gets a luck of the draw and gets the number 2 seed in this quadrant. So Rob will take on the winner of Roy and Dark Pit, and then we'll have Luigi and Bayonetta. The winner takes on Steve. And then me, Sword Fighter, will take on the winner of Greninja and Dark Samus. Isabel Byleth is a lock. There's Pikachu, who had a really good finish. I believe it finished in the Elite 8. Give me just a moment. I have my bracket. Pikachu finished in the Sweet 16. But it's still good enough to get him a 13 seed. And then Pikachu will take on the winner of Duck Hunt and Robin. Then Alex and Mr. Game & Watch winner takes on Lucario. Jigglypuff takes on the winner of Ken and Peach. And Piranha Plant faces Corn and one of the few other locks. I think this quadrant is anyone's region to win. If you guys want to know all about the history and all the other Amiibo tournaments that have happened, go over to my YouTube channel, and of course you can find that on, right underneath the Twitter logo and handle. So, yeah, that's where you can find me on YouTube. In fact, give you my. Go ahead and, yep, I'll make that note. If you guys want to go over to my YouTube channel, you can do so. Easy, simple to do. All that jazz. So, I think this is going to be anyone's region to win. I think Byleth, he's a really good Amiibo. He's got good ones. Steve has shown up and coming. I think Steve lost to Kazuya in the round of 32. Yeah, he lost to Kazuya in the round of 32. But I wouldn't count Steve out. Byleth, I don't remember where he left off in the tournament. He lost to Bowser Jr. in the Sweet 16. So I think Byleth has a pretty good chance of winning this region. I wouldn't count Pikachu out yet. I mean, Pikachu showed a lot of poise in that run, beating Dr. Mario and me, Gunner, before falling to runner-up Min Min. Again, you can catch all the action on my YouTube channel if you want to catch up on the previous tournament, which is Amiibo tournament number 58, which I had a number for that. And this tournament actually will start a whole new fresh series. So this is like Mortal Kombat 1. We're resetting everything. We're resetting the whole entire timeline. So, yeah, so this is going to be like number 1. If I ever do more Amiibo tournaments, this is like number 1. Start a whole new timeline. And then, of course, Corn's I think Corn showed a lot of, a lot of surprise in that Final Four run. And of course, they actually beat Piranha Plant in that first round action, which is crazy that they're getting a rematch right off the spot. And again, Piranha Plant was randomly selected to get that 61 seed. But Corn defeated Piranha Plant, Zelda, Young Link, and Rob before making it to the Final Four and losing to champion Kazuya. But I'm looking at the bracket from that. Of course, you guys can go over to the link I gave you in the chat and find the bracket and see all the matchups that have happened from there. Looking at the bracket from there, this was actually anyone's region. Again, the second straight time, this is anyone's region. This could be anyone's matchup. I would say this, there's no favorites to win that one. I think Byleth would be the number 1 favorite. Rob might be a good 2. Corn might be a 3 in this one. So, again, upsets can happen, and of course, that's what happens with every March Madness. So, moving on over to the east side of the bracket. Give me a moment. Let me get on over here. It's going to be over here on your right-hand side of the screen. So, What's new about this tournament? We have all 88 Smash Bros. Amiibo tournament participating in the tournament. So that means we will have first time matchup or debuts for the Pyra, Mythra, and Sora amiibos. And Hero will get to face either Falco or Mythra. So we'll see Mythra make her debut on Tuesday of next week. Then we'll have Mario, who made a good run to the round of 32 before falling to Mega Man. He will take on the winner of Snake and Pichu. Then Daisy will face the winner of Bowser, Donkey Kong. Daisy with the surprise. She made it to the round of 32 before falling to Rob. So Bowser, Donkey Kong faces for a chance to go up against Daisy. Then this one's one of the locks, Joker, who made a really good run to Sweet 16. Beat me Brawler in the qualifier, Sonic in the first round, and me Sword Fighter in the second round, before falling to Rob. So that's another of the few that is a lock. Then Banjo-Kazooie, who was a two-timing defending champion, they lose to Hero in the Sweet 16. But they have a good enough record to get him a higher seed. They will take on the winner of King Dedede and Diddy Kong. And then Terry Link, which was a surprise first round exit for Terry against Simon, who Simon finished up in the Elite 8. We got Fox, and then Pokemon Trainer will take on Sora for the chance to face Fox, and then Wario and Cloud. And again, Cloud, surprise, made it to the Elite 8 before falling to runner-up Min Min. So I think this side of the bracket is very, very loaded. Very, very loaded. We got Hero, who was the third place finisher in the tournament, which we will have a third place matchup. We will have a matchup for third place. Would like to see about a third place for it, but I just don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that yet. The Hero, and then Mythra makes a debut, and then Daisy had a really good finish. Joker had a nice finish. Banjo had a good finish, and then Terry's still good. He's not as great anymore, where he just got surprised upset. And then we got Sora and Cloud in here. I think this is a really loaded bracket. And Hero, I think, is a good, strong favorite. Banjo-Kazooie's another good one. But you also got the two new ones. And my new Amiibo, the new DLC ones, they are strong. I will say that they're pretty strong. So I wouldn't be surprised if either Mythra or Sora makes their way to an Elite 8. I wouldn't be too surprised. But given how much of a matchup this is going to be, I mean, imagine Hero takes on Mythra. That one's going to be thrilling. And if Mythra comes out on top, that's a huge upset. And of course, these seedings get to go and all stay, everything. Banjo-Kazooie is a good favorite. Terry might have been given a 43 seeding. I'd say he is the Cinderella of the region. Of course, if I'm going to do tournament stuff, I got to find a Cinderella. And I think the Cinderella for this region is definitely going to be Terry. And of course, Sora, interesting to see what he does against the Pokemon Trainer. Cloud had a good run in the previous tournament, which is why he's got a 6 seed right there. But I wouldn't say that's the thing about 2 seeds. They are the most poised to get upsets in the tournaments. March Madness has shown us that 2 seeds can be upset, but they've also shown us that 1 seeds can be upset as well. And again, Hero is the 1 seed for this East bracket. So I think this is a really loaded bracket. Really loaded. Awesome to see what's going to happen with all this action. So that's the East region. And then we move on down to the West action. So we got Simon, who finished up in the Elite 8, lost against Hero. he will face off against the winner of Ridley and Pyra. So Pyra's the last of the amiibos making the debut. We got Richter Ike, winner takes on Yoshi, which I think Yoshi had a nice little finish in the round of 32. Well, he lost to Cloud, but say Cloud had a really good run, beat Pit in the first round, Yoshi in the second round, upset Toon Link in Sweet 16 before falling to Min Min in the Elite 8. So, yeah, Cloud had a really good run. So, moving on, we got Lucina, and we'll take on the winner of Mega Man and Pac-Man. And then King K. Rool and Young Link had a really good finish in the Sweet 16. I was going to say Young Link, let's say he lost against Corrin in the Sweet 16. So this one's going to be a fun matchup. Can't wait to see what King K. Rool, who's still a decent amiibo, it's going to be interesting to see how he does against Young Link. And then Toon Link, again, this was a luck of the draw, but Young Link got the draw before Toon Link. I honestly think it should be the other way around, but I let the randomizer, I let the wheel spinner decide who gets some of these seeds. And then Toon Link will take on the winner of Olimar and Rosalina and Luma. Then Little Mac and Samus. Mewtwo will get a first round. They'll get a advance to the first round. They finished 18th, which they only lost to Sephiroth in the round of 32. But they got a good draw, so interesting to see where it goes from there. Then we got Wolf, which will take on the winner of Chrom and Falcon. And Inkling will take on the runner-up, Min Min. So, Min Min, I think, is a very strong favorite to win the region. I wouldn't count Simon out. Or Toon Link. I wouldn't count those two out. I think Mewtwo could make a really good run. But of course, if he wins out against Little Mac or Samus and goes up against Toon Link in that second round, that could spell trouble. Toon Link is still pretty good. But again, Min Min is the overall favorite. But hang on, we got a Pyra Amiibo, and again, these new Amiibos, they offer a lot to the table, so anything can happen. I wouldn't let the seeding surprise you. The only reason they're seeded that low is because they are new. They have not ever had tournament experience. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what goes on with these Amiibos, these new ones. And again, I got 88 of them, and we are going to watch every single matchup. I'll do my best for play-by-play commentary. And again, this will be around, as soon as everything gets set up, I think we'll mostly start around 6, maybe 7 p.m. U.S. Central Time. So for those want to know, like, time centrals, I would say in the range of 6 to 7 U.S. Central Time. And we're going to just drop it down, night by night. So all of the qualifiers on the left will be taking place on Monday, and then all the ones on the right will take place on Tuesday. So there is your, not ready to start the tournament yet, so yeah, that is the whole entire bracket. And again, go to the link that I provided for you guys in the chat. Feel free to hit it up. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. So anyway, so go over the schedule, and then one more time, I know I was just talking about it, one more time, we'll go through the bracket regions and pick out my favorite odds and best chances. So real quick, let's go ahead and take a look at the tournament schedule. So as you guys can see here on the screen right now, this is the March Madness tournament schedule. So starting Monday, we're gonna do our qualifier part 1. So it's gonna be all the Amiibos that were on the left side of the bracket. So that'll be Kirby Ness, Incineroar Ryu, Villager Sheik, Dr. Mario Marth, Pit Me Brawler, Palutena Lucas, Roy Dark Pit, Luigi Bayonetta, Greninja Dark Samus, Duck Hunt Robin, Alex Game & Watch, and Peach and Ken. Then Tuesday, we'll have Falco Mithra, Snake Pichu, Bowser Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong King DDD, Terry Link, Pokemon Trainer Sora, Ridley Pyra, Richter Ike, Meta Knight Pac-Man, Olimar Rosalina and Luma, Little Mac Samus, and Chrom Captain Falcon. Those are all the matchups for Monday and Tuesday. So basically, I really want to try to spread this out throughout the month of March for March Madness. And then 1 week later, we'll have our first round. Our part 1 will be on the left quadrant, the north and south quadrants of the bracket. And then the 5th will be the east-west bracket quadrants. We'll take a little breather. We'll have our second round on March 11th and 12th. So again, anything north and south is happening on a Monday. Anything east and west bracket side is happening on a Tuesday. So I'm going to go ahead and make a note of that right now in the chat so we can all. So just making sure we get this. I'm going to put this in the chat for you guys so you can keep there you go. So that should be coming into the chat any moment now. So again, I'm going to spread this out throughout the month of March in the spirit of March Madness. I'm going to make it last and get it through as evenly as possible. And then after the second round, we'll do the Sweet 16 again. All action north-south is on Mondays. All Tuesdays action is on the right, east and west. And then, interesting, we'll do the Elite Eight on that Monday. And then we will crown the champion just before the March Madness actual does it. Like, that's what my whole purpose is, to do we'll crown the Amiibo champion before the actual March Madness trophy. So, again, I'm going to go through one more time. Just go through one more time. I'm going to look through it, all the brackets, and kind of look through, analyze, and if you're just now catching it, you can catch it. Again, I'm going to be saying just the same stuff I just said, like, probably not even 5 minutes ago. But I love speculating. I love doing this stuff. It's just, oh, it's so awesome for me. So, taking a look, and then I'm going to hit the right buttons this time. There we go. If you guys can see that all better now. So, here we go. Our North Quadrant. We got Kazuya, the #1 overall seed in the tournament. They will face the winner of Monday's matchup between Kirby and Ness. And then we'll have Dr. Mario and Marth. The winner of that matchup will face Shulk in the actual first round. Then we got Me Gunner will take on the winner of Incineroar and Ryu. Then Sonic and Mega Man, it's a locked up matchup. That 49 and 16 is a locked up match. And we got Sephiroth, he will take on the winner of Villager and Sheik. Then we got Pit and Me Brawler. The winner of that one will face the Wii Fit Trainer. We got Ganondorf and will take on the winner of Palutena and Lucas. And then Ice Climbers and Bowser Jr. That is one of the other locks. Again, there's only 8 matchups in this whole tournament that are locked in with their seeding. So, looking through the region, I think Kazuya is a really big odds favorite to win the region. But number 2 is going to be Sephiroth. Sephiroth's really tough. In fact, Kazuya beat Sephiroth in the looking at my other bracket, the 16 from the previous tournament. Of course, you guys can catch the previous tournament on my YouTube channel. And then Bowser Jr. I think would be a good third, and then a really good fourth would be Me Gunner. And again, that's because of history. Me Gunner has shown, if these guys have been a fan of the Amiibo tournament streams in the past, if you've seen them all, Me Gunner has had a lot of success. So I wouldn't count out Me Gunner. I think Me Gunner is the dark horse in this bracket, or in this quadrant. If I had to pick a Cinderella in this whole, in this part, of course, I need to pick a Cinderella. I would say the Cinderella of this one would have to be... I think Shulk might be a good contender for a Cinderella. I think Shulk's a really good contender for a Cinderella. There's a lot of Amiibos here that are like, that's not much of a chance. But I would say Villager or Sheik might be a good option for a really strong chance for Cinderella. I wouldn't say it, though. Mega Man might be a good Cinderella. But, again, there's 4 really good Amiibos in the North Quadrant, North Bracket, that are really good. So they're poised to make, I'd say, I think a lot of these matchups are going to be really dominant. They're not going to last very long. And if you guys want to see who you want to pick, again, you can go to that link on the bracket. The bracket on the link that I provided in the chat. You guys can also just pick your favorite characters. All that fun stuff. So, and then again, this is all for fun. There's no prizes. There's no anything that... This is just all for fun. All for you guys to watch and enjoy. And then, moving on to the South one. We got Rob. Rob will take on the winner of Roy and Dark Pit. And then Luigi Bayonetta will face off on Monday. Winner faces Steve in the first round. Then me, Sword Fighter, will take on the winner of Greninja Dark Samus. Isabel Byleth is a lock. So that one will have to be waited until first week in March. Then Pikachu will take on the winner of Duck Hunt and Robin. Then Alex and Mr. Game & Watch. Winner takes on Lucario. And Jigglypuff will take on the winner of Peach and Ken, followed by Piranha Plant and Corrin. Again, I've said this earlier. This is anyone's bracket. There's not a really strong Amiibo in here that can, there's not a strong Amiibo that, there's no Amiibo in here that's a really strong favorite in my book here. I think Byleth is the strongest one out of all of these in here. Corrin got lucky on a lot of those matchups. The only reason he's got the 4 seed because he finished in the Final 4. And I was going to say, did he beat Byleth? No, Bowser Jr. beat Byleth, and Bowser Jr. is on the North Quadrant of the bracket. So, I think Byleth is a really good, strong favorite to emerge victorious in the bracket. I wouldn't count Steve out. I think Rob and Corrin might be a good third. If I had to pick a Cinderella for this region, my Cinderella would have to be, looking at the matchups, I would say Piranha Plant would be I think Piranha Plant is a strong Cinderella in this bracket. I mean, they've been a good Amiibo. They're decent. They've been decent. But Pikachu, I could see them doing a nice little small run, but I feel like I'm overcounting the Alex Amiibo. Not as tough as the Steve Amiibo. Of course, Alex didn't last very long in the previous tournament, which is why they got a 45. So maybe Alex might have a Cinderella odd favorite in this. But I think Byleth is going to have the strongest odds to emerge victorious in the South bracket. So, we go ahead and get out of here. And go back. Alright, I'm just making this a little better so you guys can see and read and look at it. So, I think the East bracket is loaded. I think this is the strongest bracket out of the whole... the strongest quadrant out of the whole bracket. I think this is the strongest. North is number 2. And I think West is number 3. So a lot of good ones in the a lot of good ones here on the East side of the bracket. We got Hero, who finished in 3rd. And then we got Mithra defeating Falco. We'll get a matchup against Hero. That will be a really good matchup. You got Snake and Pichu. And again, these are all on the Tuesday actions. We got Daisy, who made a nice little run. Take on the winner of Bowser Donkey Kong. These two have not had much success. Donkey Kong has not had a lot of success. We got Zero Suit Samus taking on Joker, one of the few locked matches. Banjo-Kazooie will take on the winner of Diddy Kong and King DDD. Then Terry Link, winner takes on Zelda, and Sora will make the debut against Pokemon Trainer with a chance to face off against Fox. And then Wario and Cloud, one of the other few locked up matches. So, again, this is a I think this is a very loaded bracket. You got Hero, that's really good. Joker's good. Banjo-Kazooie's really good. Terry used to be really good. And then you also got Sora and Mithra in here. So add those two. This is a really loaded bracket. I think Hero has an overall best chance to come out victorious here. I think Banjo-Kazooie would be a good number 2. So yeah, I think Banjo-Kazooie would be a strong number 2. Terry could be a number 3, but gotta see what Mithra and Sora do in this tournament. I think Sora might actually make it a good way to. I think Sora can make it to the Sweet 16 before could be facing Banjo or Terry. But again, Terry's also my Cinderella because he had a bad finish in the previous tournament. He lost in his first round action. He had a bad finish, which is what landed him down at 43, and also selection on the wheel, on the picker wheel. And Joker had a nice finish. I think Joker finished in the Sweet 16, lost to Rob. That's why he's got a better seeding. Depending on where you finish in the tournament is also determines how you get your seeding in this tournament. Mario lost in the second round, which I'm good with Mario. Mario used to be not really good, but I've done some improvements and he's actually a little better. But of course, I think Mario's journey could end in the second round, especially with Hero and Mithra, whoever wins in that possible matchup right over here. So I honestly think Hero could have the best chance of going back to the Final Four. But again, Banjo-Kazooie, Terry, and Sora are all good. Cloud had a really nice run in that previous tournament. And again, Terry is my Cinderella here. He's an overrated Cinderella. Let's just go with that. An overrated Cinderella. So, and then finally the East one. We got Simon, then Ridley Pyra, Victor Ike, Yoshi, Lucina, Meta Knight Pac-Man, King K. Rool Young Link, and Toon Link, Olimar, Rosalina, and Luma, Little Max Samus and Mewtwo, Wolf, Chrom, and Captain Falcon, followed by Inkling and Min Min. I think Min Min, strong overall chances to win the region. I would say Toon Link is a second best chance to do that. Third, I would have to go with Pyra. So I think out of the two amiibos for Pyra and Mithra, I think Pyra shows a lot more poise, a lot more promise than the Mithra does. I'd say barely. And then, of course, Young Link starting to emerge. He's starting to get a little strong, but I'd put him at 5th. Toon Link would probably be my third. Or 4th choice right here. I wouldn't know where to put Young Link exactly yet. Well, I said 5th. So that's all your right-hand side action of the screen. And again, after all of these are updated with the results of the qualifier, I will update these, and you guys can check out my Twitter, which is at WillYork_23 on, well, it's X, but it's still Twitter to me. So, I'm excited about this. I am so excited about this, and I invite you all to come join me on this awesome journey. Again, I will show you guys the schedule. So, we got qualifier starts Monday. Monday and Tuesday is a qualifier. Wednesday, and then March 4th and 5th is the first round. Second round, 11 and 12. March 18 and 19 is the Sweet 16. The Elite 8 will be on Monday the 25th. And then the 26th, we're going to crown champion. We're going to have Final Four and a championship match. So, that's going to be fun. That's going to be great. And I seriously can't wait to get back into this with you all. So, that's all I got for you guys right now. I've been rambling on and on about all of this, but it's a lot of fun to me, and honestly, I cannot do this without each and every one of you who watch either live or on the replay. Also, gotta give a big shout out to my girlfriend Kelsey. Super awesome woman, and I've been talking about wanting to go back to streaming, and she's like, you should go for it. I'm like, okay. I mean, I'd like to go back to it and try to find a time if I do streaming. I think my most likely odds would be Mondays or Tuesdays for streaming. So, not a full-time streamer, just a fun part-time streamer, you know, trying to get back into it, but I'm excited. This is gonna be fun. Again, I want to thank each and every one of you who has tuned in live or catching the replay. Again, I want to thank you all so much for it. It doesn't look like there's much lighting that's changed, but also one tip behind the scene, I actually got a new light bulb, which allows me to control my my settings. So give me a moment, I can show you guys. Yep, see, it's a Roku smart bulb. So yeah, pretty cool. I can change my lighting any way I want. See, that just made it really bright. Too bright. You know what? There we go. Lot better lighting, so I don't have to worry about, I can adjust my lighting all I want and not have a worry. And also, I like this setup because I just think it brings out it pops up the colors a little more too. So, super excited to really get back into this. Really excited to get back into this. So, that's all I got for you guys tonight. Oh, one more thing before I go. Tuesday is also Pokemon Day. I will actually try to plan on next Thursday evening being, we'll delay react to that. Right in the middle of tournament action. Taking a break between tournament, and we'll watch the delayed Pokemon Day Presents trailer, which I'm also really hoping for some cool stuff. So while I'm if you give me just a quick moment, I will get that set up with Pokemon stuff. So give me a moment. I'm going to switch out this for that. So here we go. Let's just go right into and make Pokemon Day prediction picks. So there's not a lot, and of course I did this ahead of time too, way ahead of time. So so where do I start with? New legendary Pokemon, and then so yeah, I think that's going to be likely, could be likely. Pokemon Go update with the visual improvement. There has been some updates that have been shown improvements on the visuals, like with the background settings. And then the number one on my list for this is the Game Boy Advance games on Switch Online. Not only me, but everybody wants those. And then we'll have a free distribution event for Scarlet Violet. I think that's going to be obvious too. An update for Pokemon Sleep. I think that's going to be very likely. What else? New Mystery Dungeon game. That could be a big surprise. Black White Remakes 2024 release. So there's been a lot of cryptic announcements with Black and White apparently getting a remake and coming out on Switch this year. A lot of things are leading up to the evidence. One, the one of the towers in New York is actually lighting up colors for Pokemon Day on Tuesday. And again, the thing with that is, and it's a very cryptic thing that's happening, is that Black and White take place in the Unova region, which is based off New York City. So, is it coincident? Maybe, but maybe not. And then, there was also some tweets in the past from Pokemon Company themselves that showed Hiram and Reshiram in there. So a lot of people are thinking, okay, we're probably getting Black and White remakes, which thank goodness, because Black and White and Black White 2 are some of the most hard to obtain Pokemon games ever made. I managed to get myself an authentic copy of Black last year for about $90. It's not cheap. If you remake Black and White, if you remake both of those, if you remake both of those and release them on Switch, that'll be a good plus. You get all the Unova Pokemon on Switch. So it'll be really cool to see that. So I think there's been a lot of hints that are leading up to that, and I think that's a good possibility as well. New Pokemon announced for Pokemon Unite. Yep, I think that's going to be very likely. Legends Arceus-like game announced. Could come out next year. We'll see. It would be cool to see another spin-off or another take on the Legends Arceus type games. That would be really cool. And of course, the next season announced for Pokemon Go with the Scarlet and Violet Pokemon. Of course, those have already trickled in a little, but maybe we'll see more. And of course, we'll see a Pikachu. And then a new Pokemon series preview, like the anime series. And then Free Spot, also probably see a Squirtle, new Pokemon accessories and products that show off, because they can do that. They can do anything they want. They're their own company, so they can do whatever they want. Then maybe also Detective Pikachu 2 DLC. Could see that maybe this year. And of course the Pokeball. And then, let's see. There have been rumors about a Let's Go Eevee Pikachu-like game, but takes place in the Johto region. So that'll be very interesting to see if that comes out. The one last announcement. I'm also hopeful for a return of the Pokeball Plus and have an update to all the Pokemon games that came out, because you maybe, bring back the Pokeball Plus and make it more useful this time. I mean, it was very useful over 5 years ago with Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu. You can also use it in Pokemon Go. Not as much in Sword and Shield, because all you can do with that is just put Pokemon from there into the Pokeball Plus. But there's been a lot of new Pokemon stuff out since then, and I would love to see a Paldea Pokemon on my Pokeball Plus. There is a way to actually do that. Take a Pokemon from Paldea, well, that can be from Scarlet Violet, and you can put it on your Pokeball Plus. There's a way to do it. So what you gotta do, and I might do this in a future video, hopefully soon, but I'll go ahead and give you the gist of it. So you would catch a Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet, and then you would take it to Pokemon Home. But here's the thing. The Pokemon there, it cannot be from the Paldea region. It's got to originate from Galar or earlier. So you got to remember that. You can catch it in Paldea, but it's got to originate from Galar or earlier. And it's also got to be compatible with Sword and Shield. You would take that Pokemon, put it in Home. Then you would take that Pokemon from Home and put it into Sword and Shield. Then you can open up Sword and Shield, and then you can move that Pokemon to the Pokeball Plus. So that's the legit only way to take a Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet and put it into, your Pokeball Plus. I just like to see more support for it, and like put a Paldea Pokemon in the Pokeball Plus. I mean, maybe some people want to take the Virizion or Koraidon and put it in their Pokeball Plus, or Ogerpon or Terapicos. I'd like to see those as well. That'd be pretty cool. So yeah, bring on the support for Pokeball Plus. Like, remanufacture them. That's a great way to earn money. Earn additional money and revenue for the company. You sell more Pokeball Plus. Not to mention, they're harder to come by, and they're getting more expensive too. The stores aren't supplying them. They quit support on those. They need to bring them back. I think they need to bring them back. So, anyway, give me a moment. Did that. So yeah, bring back the support for the Pokeball Plus with Scarlet Violet, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and Legends Arceus. Bring that back. A Pokemon movie preview, maybe see, and again, they can do anything they want. A brand new Pokemon, one that's not legendary, I would say, possible. A big partnership announcement. Gen 10. That's more likely next year as compared to this year. If they announce Gen 10, it is way too soon. Way too soon for Gen 10. But then again, they can do whatever they want. They can do whatever they want. And then also some Pokemon trading card game news and all of that. So yeah, they can do anything they want regarding the announcement. So my biggest things I want are the Game Boy and the Game Boy Advance games on Switch Online with home compatibility. And also, the Pokeball Plus support with Scarlet and Violet. I wonder if they could also do Pokeball Plus for home. Like, we can take a Pokemon from home and put it on our Pokeball Plus. I would love to see that. Again, that's a lot of hopeful thinking, but it's just interesting to see how that is. So, anyway, I thought I'd take a moment to go through and present my Pokemon Day Presents predictions. I had stuff set up for Nintendo Direct predictions, but I had stuff for Nintendo Direct, but of course yesterday we got the Partner Direct, which is very interesting. My big takeaways from that, Grounded, that sounds pretty good. My number one is the Epic Mickey, which is really surprising, and like, oh my gosh, my jaw literally dropped for Epic Mickey. I'm like, wow, I can't believe they're actually doing that. They're bringing back Epic Mickey. So thank you THQ Nordic for that. Thank you for that. From the millions of fans at home who are watching this stream and other streams that have talked about Epic Mickey, we want to express our deepest and sincerest gratitude to you both. So thank you very much. So anyway, guys, that's all I got for you right here on tonight's stream. I've done a lot of talking, and I'll be doing a lot more talking when I see you guys on Monday for our qualifier part 1 action. If you guys want to see the action and all the fun stuff, you can head on over to my platforms. So on Twitter at WillYork_23, Twitch Texedo28, and YouTube Will York. You guys can also hit me up on Discord. That text logo, the right hand side of your screen, that will guide you on your way to Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Discord. I'm also on Facebook. You guys can also add me on Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam. So make sure you guys can add me on Steam. I will add you guys right back on any of those consoles you guys can add me on. So that's all I got for you guys right here on the stream. So one last time before I go, the stream schedule for the Amiibo March Madness, write it down, put it in a calendar, whatever you want to do with it. You can show up if you want to. I was going to say, watching this it's voluntary. I'm not making you. I'm not going to force you to come and watch. All I do is invite you guys to come watch the fun. That's all I'm asking you. So, anyway, tournament schedule. So, starting this Monday and Tuesday, the 26th and 27th, we'll have the qualifier. Then, first round the week after, second round the week after that. It's week 16 on March 18 and 19. March 25th is the Elite 8, and then March 26th is the Final Four and the championship matchup. We will see we'll see if Kazuya gets the repeat, or if we're going to get a brand new champion in the Amiibo tournament. So that's all I got for you guys right here, right now. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in and watching. I hope you guys have a great, wonderful evening. I will catch you all on Monday for the Amiibo March Madness Tournament Qualifier Part 1. So again, Part 1 is ones on the left side of the bracket, and all the Monday streams are on the left side of the bracket, and all the Tuesday streams are on the right side of the bracket. So, to keep that in mind, and I will see you all on Monday for Qualifier Part 1. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching. Great to be back on the stream. Great to be back and seeing and talking with each and every one of you guys. I all hope you have a great, wonderful evening. I'll catch you all on the flip side. Have a good one, guys.